beauty. Ronaldo! Unbelievable! Oh, Messi! Penalty! That is a massive decision. I swear you'll never see anything like this ever again.
Footballers are a strange anomaly. Some are ageless and some have been out by the time they're 30. And some of the ones have been around so long, they have been the cornerstone to many of FIFA career mode dynasties, that we often forget how young they actually are. Welcome to Left Foot Finish. These are our starting 11 players who are not as old as you thought. Before we jump in, thanks for clicking on us. Please make sure to like, share, subscribe, and enjoy. In goal, Wojciech Szczesny, 33. Granted, keepers are a difficult one for this list, as they can often play into their 40s, so we need to adjust our expectations a little bit. But for Szczesny, he really does seem like a keeper that should be older than he is. Making his debut for Arsenal under Wenger in 2009 at the age of 19, Szczesny became the first-choice keeper only 2 years later. Couple that with his numerous appearances in European and international competition, and you'd think Szczesny was close to trading in his gloves for a microphone on Sky Sports. But he's found strong form in Serie A with Juventus, and most likely has at least another 7 years in him before turning pundit.
I'm not completely sure about this.
At left back, Luke Shaw, 28. It really doesn't seem that long ago when Luke Shaw was part of that fairy tale Southampton club which boasted so many future stars and big-ticket transfers. But when you stop and realize he made the move from the Saints to the Devils 10 years ago now, he really should be older than 28. Oh my God, what am I doing with my life?
Penalty!
Centre back, Eric Dyer, 29. Really, pick any player from England's numerous next-generation talents, and they will always seem to have been around forever because you just wait for the next tournament when they're ready.
It might just happen.
Unfortunately for Dyer and most of his classmates, it never really panned out, with his single claim to fame being the free-kick goal he scored for the Three Lions back in Euro 2016. Joining Dyer at centre-back, Nathan Ake, 28. Ake is another one that seems to have been around forever, but often forgotten, mostly because he was one of the many unfortunate youngsters coming up through Chelsea who, at the time, held the record for most players out on loan. Because of this, he never really looked good in Chelsea blue, and it was easy to forget about Ake, so it's always surprising to remember that he made his debut 12 years ago and is still in the early part of prime centre-back age. Right back, Hector Bellerin, 28. It seems that every summer of my adolescence was filled with rumors of Hector Bellerin making the move from the Emirates to the Nou Camp. And I'm pretty old now. He is one for sure we thought had to be over the age of 30. Perhaps now a tragic tale of a young player with too much hype and only some success, as was often the case with many of those Arsenal squads. Hector now plies his trade with La Liga's mid-table club Real Betis. Defensive mid, Emre Can, 29. I swear I saw this guy play at the 06 World Cup next to Ballack and Schweinsteiger. I mean, he was old when he left Liverpool. Emre seems to have had 4 different careers in one. Midfield, Bernardo Silva, 29. Maybe it's because he's another Silva that plays for Manchester City, or maybe it's because he's always looked so bloody ancient. But Bernardo Silva seems to have been playmaking for the Citizens since the time of Robinho. Attacking mid, Raheem Sterling, 29.
Penalty!
Okay, all right, I know. He's known more for his wing play, but Sterling has filled in as an attacking mid from time to time, and I was stuck on this one, so deal with it. Sterling has been around so long he got his first international call-up in 2012, playing alongside the likes of Jagielka, Lescott, Lampard, and Gerrard. Christ, even Leighton Baines was on that squad. Sterling has already played for 3 of the top 6 clubs in the Premier League, so there's no way he is still under 30. Right wing, Memphis Depay, 29. If you're a United fan these days, you for sure know that feeling that it's the hope that kills you.
It might just happen.
A long time ago, when in Old Trafford far, far away, Wayne Rooney once touted Memphis and Martial as the next coming of Rooney and Ronaldo. If only. That squad had a lot of potential wonder kids that never really panned out. Speaking of, joining Memphis in attack, left wing, his ex-United teammate, Adnan Januzaj, 28. Another United youngster that had his career killed by the club before it even started, Januzaj showed flashes of brilliance, creativity, skill, and speed, but it just never worked out for him. Joining United at the age of 16 as the next Belgian wonder kid, he is definitely a player that's been around for a while, and it just feels like he should be older. I guess Belgians only like blue in Manchester. Oh yeah, he plays for Sevilla now. Striker, Gabriel Jesus, 26. It really doesn't seem like it was 8 years ago when Manchester City seemed to find themselves another South American ace and heir to Aguero's throne.
Aguero!
Unfortunately, and as has been the theme with this list, it wasn't meant to be between Jesus and City, but he's happily found a new home with the Gunners and is looking somewhat like the player he was supposed to be. At just 26, he could continue to find his form, but when most players are in their prime at that point, time could be running out for Jesus. And that's our starting 11, not as old as we thought. Let us know who we missed in the comments. Thank you. We'll see you next time.
Oh, you beauty! Ronaldo! Unbelievable! Oh, Messi! Penalty! That is a massive decision.